In the ancient village of Onuzo, where the red earth met the misty hills, there lived a lineage known as the Ona people. They were special and revered across villages. People from Ona lineage are always in favor with people wherever they went. This is because each child born into the Ona family came with a unique gift bestowed by the ancestors themselves. Some could speak to animals, others could speak to the rain, and a few, they say, could even walk between the worlds of the living and the dead, amongst other mysterious and magical gifts they possess. But there was a darkness that haunted the Ona people, a wickedness, people would say. Amongst the Ona people, any child born without a gift was considered an ill omen, a curse upon the family. As a result, these children were sent away, carried in the dead of night to distant villages, never to return. Kene was born on a stormy night, thunder cracking across the sky like a whip. The old witch doctor, Nkem, examined him as she had examined all Ona children before him. The tradition was to slit the tip of the baby's thumb with a little knife and dip the blood droplets into water. "I see nothing," she declared, her voice heavy with disappointment. "No gift stares in this one." Kene's mother wept as her baby was taken away, sold to a childless couple in Owa village. Ada and Obina, the couple who took him in, loved him as their own. They never told anyone that he was adopted, nor did they tell him of his true origins until he was 12. But Kene, the young artist, had a gift unlike any other. As a young child, he would always draw on the sand, but from the moment he could hold the charcoal, his paintings seemed to come alive, revealing hidden truths. That was when his adopted parents knew he was indeed an Ona son. They only wondered why the witch doctor could not see it. With time, his artistic skills became a power that both awed and terrified the villagers. On his 12th birthday, Ada, his mother, found him in his room, surrounded by drawings that seemed to pulse with life. "Nam," she called out to her husband, "come and see this." The drawings showed their neighbor, Mama Adana, but not as she appeared that day. In Kene's art, she was bent over a grave, tears streaming down her face. They all wondered what sight it is. "My son, I don't think Mama Adana will be happy with this portrait." "But Dad, that's all I saw. That's all I could see when I tried painting her." "Then get rid of it. Get rid of it immediately," his father said as he walked out of Kene's studio. However, 3 days later, Mama Adana's husband died suddenly. Ada and her husband looked at themselves as they walked out of her house. Word spread quickly through our village about Kene's gift. It was at this time that people started saying that he was adopted, as this was clearly a gift common among the Ona lineage. "That boy is from an Ona lineage," they would say as Kene passed. "His gift is a danger to us all," they would whisper. "But how did he get here? How did he leave his people?" This, they said, because the Ona lineage people were stingy with their children. They hardly gave their children out in marriage to other tribes. Neither did they accept other tribes in marriage too. So Ada and her husband fear that Kene's parents may come looking for him now that his gift is revealed. Soon, people began coming to their compound seeking Kene's drawings. Each portrait he created revealed past sins, future joys, and present secrets. "Kedu?" a woman would ask, settling on the low wooden stool in his studio. "What do you see when you look at me?" And Kene would see beyond the wrapper and coral beads, beyond the careful smile and measured words. He would see truth. "Are you ready?" he would ask to prepare his already inquisitive client. She said when she saw her portrait. "Ensure you speak of this to no one," the woman warned Kene sternly as she covered her portrait and hurried out of Kene's studio. Years passed and Kene's fame grew. Some came seeking validation, others dreading exposure. Once, a prominent chief discovered through his portrait that his trusted business partner harbored deadly jealousy. On another occasion, a young bride learned her husband's portrait revealed a second family in a neighboring village. Finally, the day they dreaded came. Kene's father sent members of his birth family repeatedly, bearing gifts and apologies to bring Kene back home. Once, his mom came with them. and she said, pleading, "Come home, Umam. We are so sorry, but we need you back where you belong. These people do not know you, neither can they relate with your gifts." She would plead as her eyes were full with tears. But unfortunately, Kene refused. And after many failed attempts, they left him. In our village lived Chief Okonkwo, a man whose wealth was matched only by his fear of exposure. The chief had built his empire on secrets dark as the midnight sky, and Kene's gift threatened everything. After many sleepless nights, Chief Egu summoned his personal witch doctor, a woman known only as Agadi. "There must be a way to stop him," the chief demanded, pushing a heavy bag of cowries across the floor. Agadi looked at the bag of cowries greedily and cast her shells on the floor, watching them scatter across the mat. Her eyes gleamed in the dim light of her hut, analyzing the stones and shells. "Ah!" she screamed, smiling, revealing teeth stained with bitter cola. "Love will be his undoing. When true love enters his heart, his gift will fade like morning mist," she said, laughing. Exactly what the chief wanted to hear. Happily, he made a plan to destroy the artist's gift. The chief first sent Obi, a beautiful trader from another village. She came to Kene's studio daily, her wrapper tied low on her hips, her laugh like honey. "Paint me," she would say, arranging herself before him. But Kene saw through her act. In his mind's eye, he saw her counting money from the chief. He saw her true intentions, written across her spirit like words in sand. But she kept going. She kept seducing him. She kept luring him. But he was stronger, and all of a sudden, she was tired. Next came Chioma, a dancer whose movements could enchant men for hours. But unfortunately, she too failed. Finally, in desperation, the chief turned to his daughter, Adanna. "Father, please," she protested. "This is beneath us. I can't do this. Please, Father, isn't there another way?" "You will do this for your family," he commanded. "This man will be the end of me. This man will be the end of my wealth. You're my only help now, and you've got to help me, my daughter," he begged. Reluctantly, Adanna obeyed her father and began visiting Kene's studio. But unlike the others, she was shy and had no idea how to go about it. So she always sat quietly in corners, watching him walk. She would always ask questions about his art and about how he saw the world. "Why do you never smile in your paintings?" she asked one day. "Why are you always coming here every day?" he asked in return. She smiled. "Because I'm intrigued by what you do. Now will you answer mine?" she pleaded. Well, I've never thought about it," he admitted. However, days turned to weeks and something unexpected happened. Adanna found herself looking forward to their conversations. She began making excuses to stay longer, to hear him speak about his art, his dreams, his future. One night, Kene dreamed of her, not as the chief's daughter, but as herself. Immediately, he woke up and started painting hurriedly. At the end of the painting, he was all that what he saw. However, when Adanna saw the portrait, she let out a shaky breath. "You see it, don't you?" she whispered. "What I've been trying to hide." Kene nodded, his heart racing, but he said nothing and walked away. But with this revelation came fear. Kene knew it came with a price, so he decided to see his father. "Nna," he said, sitting with Obinna, his father, in their compound. "I think I'm falling in love." His father looked at him, shocked. My son, this is a difficult one. The gift, I think it's changing. Sometimes it's there, at other times it's not," Kene said. "My son, are you surprised? That's what comes with it. That's what comes with falling in love." "However," Obinna said, placing a hand on Kene's shoulder, "sometimes the greatest gift is knowing when to let go of what we think we need. You are a grown man and a wise man. You are old enough to decide which it will be, your gifts or true love. Don't be in a hurry. Take your time, my son. The gods will guide you." After days of soul searching, Kene made his choice. "I chose happiness," he told his father. "I chose love." "Let the gods bless your choice," his father answered in reply. But fate had other plans. When he painted Adana that day in his studio, his gift hadn't disappeared. It had transformed. "This is impossible," she gasped, staring at the painting. "You showed not just my thoughts, but my soul. How is this possible? I thought you lost your gift." Kene looked at the painting in wonder too. "The witch doctor was wrong then. Love didn't take my gift. It made it stronger," he said. When Chief Okonkwo learned of their love, his rage shook the compound. But Adana stood firm. "I love him, father," she declared. "Your schemes brought us together, but our hearts chose to stay." The chief looked at his daughter, seeing for the first time not a pawn in his games, but a woman strong enough to choose her own path. "I guess the gods have decided to pay me back. But why this way?" he lamented. Adana took after his stubbornness and firm spirit, so he knew it was a lost cause, and grudgingly gave his approval. Love, instead of destroying his gift, made it complete. They say that his paintings now show not just truth, but possibility, the better selves that lie dormant in every heart, waiting to be awakened.